I spent the last 18 months building an audience from 0 to 36,000 followers just to lose it because of one mistake. My name is Danny, I'm the founder of the Off Porn Academy, and I grew my audience from 0 to more than 60,000 people across platforms in a matter of years. Today, I'm gonna share with you this one mistake I did to lose half of it so that you don't make the same. This video will be separated into 3 sections. The first is the story of how it happened. The second is the moral of the story, so the lesson you can take away from it. And the third is the action you can take to start growing your audience right now, today, without the risk of losing half of it like I did. So let's rewind back to August 2022. I just enrolled into a coaching program. The goal there was to grow one TikTok account and then go into coaching myself. So I would make personal development videos, then DM people, ask them to hop on a one-on-one call with me, and then sell them on my program. So the strategy was actually pretty simple. Number 1, you find what already works in the algorithm. Number 2, you model the structure of it, so you keep the same hook, same length, sound, hashtags. You change a few words just to say you didn't copy it, and that's how you model like the biggest accounts in your niche. And number 3, you post 3 videos per day. So that's what I did. And 6 weeks later, 2 of my videos go viral, so more than 500,000 views. And I get to close my first $1,000 deal online. First time ever. Like, I was blown away. So what happened is my brain associated pleasure to TikTok. Now, a little less than a year later, on March 2023, I launched a second account, which is called the Off Porn Movement. And having had that experience and knowing I'm basically an expert on TikTok, I decided to focus only on TikTok on one account. Long story short, I go from 0 to 30,000 followers in less than 4 months. I'll talk about that in a future video. But as a result of that, I'm pretty freaking proud, and I don't think there will be any problems, right? I'm the king of the world now. June 2024, more than a year later, after a lot of distractions, a lot of ups and downs, eventually I decided to finally model my own success from the past and start contacting all of these 36,000 people now through TikTok DMs, inviting them inside of the Off Porn Academy. I tell all my people, like, now is the moment, I'm about to get rich and all that stuff. 2 days later, I received this message from TikTok. This is when it hit me. While I was busy preaching about escaping the matrix, I was handing over my audience and my business to a multi-billion-dollar corporation. We're talking about months/years of work, 36,000 people. And I still, to this day, cannot contact a single one of them. Ouch. July 2024, I launched my newsletter. So now that you know the backup story, there's actually one main lesson I want you to take away from this. And then there's 3 reasons why you should give a fuck about it. Here's what I paid 36,000 followers to learn. Never, ever, ever put all of your eggs in one basket when it comes to social media platforms. Ever! In other words, do not ever focus on one platform at a time. Your email list is the only sovereign and decentralized way to build your audience. That's it. Here are the 3 reasons why. Number 1, there have been many platforms over the years that have literally made it to the top and then went bankrupt in a matter of years. Think Vine. Emails were here before the public internet. By the way, guess what? You need an email to create a social media account. You don't need a social media account to create an email. Think about it. Number 2, I currently have 35.7 thousand followers on TikTok, and the average amount of views I've been getting in the past months are 500 views per video. That's a 1.5% open rate. Now, other platforms like Instagram, YouTube might rank better than that, but the first email I ever sent on my email list had an open rate of more than 20%. So we're talking 13 times more people in your audience hearing about your stuff. I wouldn't underestimate that. Number 3, which to me is the most important, you are in control of your message. No more filters, no more censorship. If you care about freedom of speech like I do, email lists are the place to do it. If you set up your email correctly, your audience are the only people that can decide if your email goes in spam or not. No more, your video has been suspended for whatever fucking reason. So here are 2 steps you can take today if you give a fuck about growing your audience. Number 1, start giving away free stuff in exchange for an email. That's called a lead magnet. So here's how you do it. Number 1, think about problems you've solved in your own life. Number 2, create a framework out of it. Use your mind for a little bit. Number 3, make it visually appealing, like make a PDF document or a video. Number 4, create a landing page, meaning a page where you can actually make the process automatic, like they put their email in and then you send them the free stuff. I personally use ConvertKit to do that. The link is in the description. They have a free plan for people who have less than 1,000 subscribers on their email list, which most likely is 95% of you. And number 5, promote it somehow on social media by creating free content that people find valuable. By the way, I've put my own lead magnet inside of the description just so you can have an example and like take a look and inspire yourself. Copy me if you want to. Now, once you have a lead magnet to grow your email list, number 2 is you create a newsletter. It's literally the most sustainable way for you to grow an audience and spread your message without depending on any different platform. By the way, just so you know, the video you're watching right now is one of the lessons I wrote in this week's edition of the Triple Wisdom Wednesdays, my own newsletter. So what I do is I write one newsletter per week with 3 key principles inside of them, and then I dive deeper on them in these videos. That's why there's 3 videos per week on this channel. I personally believe that starting with a high quality newsletter and then repurposing the content from there on is the most effective and productive way to grow your audience online. If you're interested to see what my newsletter looks like, you can also check it out in the description. So here's the last message I have to you. It will absolutely suck in the beginning. But remember this, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Literally, like logically, the only way for you to be part of the top 1% is to do what 99% of people are not willing to do. So remember, start small and build up from there. Thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in any more of my stuff, check out the description or the bio, wherever you can find me, anywhere basically on social media. I don't take the time you invested here with me for granted, and I hope you got value out of it. All right, much love, my people. I'll see you here soon.